Hey, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Look at me. Why won't you look at me? Where are your manners? If a stranger asks for help, is it right to ignore them? Is that how it is? I will share a secret with you. I have never seen myself before. I don't know if my face is ugly. I don't know the color of my skin. I don't know if I'm even here. That is why I need you to open your eyes so you can tell me how I look. But I'm also shy, so I might hide the moment you do. You won't find me anywhere, and soon you will forget, like a faded dream. I know you're not asleep. You listen with those tiny ears of yours. They look so fragile, like I could almost grab them. Put my fingers around them. And tear them off. If I do, will you scream? Will I hear your voice? It was a joke. I'm joking. Don't be scared. Hey, how do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet, what will you find? Answer me. They look broken. And maybe so. I'm always straining my sight to stare at what's in front of me, searching for that one precious thing. It's what drives me to look inside places, such as this. But sometimes I strain so hard, little pieces seem to fall off my face, one after another, making a cracking sound as they go. A sound like this. In my desperation, I kneel and search for the missing fragments of myself, but they are never there. Maybe the wind takes them somewhere out of my reach, and that makes me sad. So sad, I put my hands where my eyes should be, and I borrow my fingers, and I take it out. I take everything out. Every little piece that remains, harder, furiously, and wallowing in sorrow. I pray to whoever's listening to give back what's mine, to not make me lose more than I've already lost. I don't want to waste my time and search for more than I care for, yet no one delivers. No one is listening, and so I weep invisible tears until I can feel the sorrow no more. Hey, have you ever strained yourself so hard to see what you want to see, that you end up blinding yourself to all? Have you? These eyes, are these my eyes? Is that so? How do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet, what will you find? Answer me. They has one, both the good and the evil. But that person said I was the exception, that something like me couldn't possibly own something so holy, so bright, so beautiful. They looked inside of me, took their eyes that could see it all, couldn't find anything in there. I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, not even blood would flow out. Even if I felt it sometimes, crawling through my veins. Maybe that's why I've never seen myself before, because I'm empty. But isn't that something to be grateful for? Because if I were to look and find nothing there, then surely I would feel disappointed. By not looking, I can ease myself of that pain. So maybe this is for the best. I can't remember who was the first to recite these words to me, nor the second, nor the third, nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Hey, have you ever felt so empty, so devoid of what makes everyone special, that you've embraced the void as your own? Have you? These eyes, are these my eyes? Is that so? How do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet, what will you find? Answer me. They look lost. That may be so. I am never sure of where I am. My days consist of wandering about aimlessly, searching for something. I worry that if I'm not paying attention, what I'm searching for will slip away. The thought terrifies me. It terrifies me so much. So I always keep my eyes peeled, even if there's nothing to see. That way, nothing will slip away, no matter where it goes, and no matter where it hides, no matter how terrifying the world might be, no matter the countless terrible things I witnessed by mistake in the process, no matter what, I will never blink. I will forever be confused by the world around me. I will forever be lost. But what is that something that I'm searching for? It's been so long since my wandering began. I can no longer recall the feelings that drove me to it. What is it? Is it something I can hold? Is it a being of flesh and bones? Is it nearby? Is it you? Hey, have you ever looked so fervently for something that you end up losing yourself in the process? Have you? These eyes, are these my eyes? Is that so? How do you think my eyes, when our gazes finally meet, answer me? They look, that maybe I'm all certain it's but little one make a sound and I need but the babe and the sound and I take it I tonight yet no one and so until that you end up blind. Have you? These are these my eyes? A good answer. closing their doors. Do you know what a door is? Of course you know. You have one. Right there, at the verge of your little world. A door is a barrier to keep the bad out. The bad can be anything. A bad person, a bad smell, and sometimes me. I can't open doors. I find them. Should I push or pull? Should I turn the knob left or right? Should I try to take it off its hinges? Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart? And what happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me? Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens if the wind pushes it close? What then? So many options. So many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, it paralyzes me. I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses. Because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me out. It fills me with the need to go in, so I search for a crevice or a window. Anything that might be open. Anything that might let me in. I'm not good with doors, but as long as there's a place where I can fit, then I can go in anywhere. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the streets. I'm careful so as to not be caught by the light. In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest. I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable, without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes, just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness, and for someone to be at the other end, awake, as if expecting me, but you won't look at me, even though you had your door open for visitors. Why is that? Are you afraid? Do I scare you? No, that can't be it. We have been chatting for so long. You haven't chased me out. That means you welcome me. So I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand, you would reciprocate and grasp it. I'm sure your hands are warm. So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey. How do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me. They look tired. That may be so. These fingers of mine have touched so many things. They are always stretching forwards, reaching out for something. The tip of my fingers dance over the surfaces that I travel, and their sensations reach the core of my brain. Be it the softness of the first spring flowers, or the roughness of a wall made out of nourish, caressing, grabbing, clawing, no matter the time of day, no matter if I'm awake or asleep. As if they had a mind of their own. Even now, they clutch onto the fabric of your bed sheets. They like how these thousands of threads intertwine with each other. The rustle of fabric against fabric, of skin against skin is irresistible. They want more. They want to feel closer, to have it between them and around them, more and more and more. Sometimes, however, they can't reach as far as they'd like. That's when I lend a hand. I take over and stretch. 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 And they grow. Maybe just the length of a fingernail every time, but they grow. Just so they can reach out, clutch what they want, and then throw it aside, discarded, and forgotten. That's why they are tired. Because they never stop seeking. And most likely, never will. Hey, have you ever stretched your fingers to grab a hold of something important? Only to learn that it's been long out of your grasp? Have you? These hands, are these my hands? Is that so? How do my hands look when my warmth finally meets yours? How will it feel? Answer me. They look deceitful. These hands of mine tend to squirm into places I could never imagine. Be it tiny holes in the walls, housing arachnids of all sizes, or the pockets of midnight walkers strolling the parks that sometimes serve me as home. These fingers squirm in and drag out what they find. So now I carry all sorts of trinkets with me. Keys, peeping gadgets, notes with love poems in them. The corpse of one or two insects, eventually eaten away by those who come take their place. I keep everything with me, regardless of their use. But sometimes, I feel bad, because maybe it was something important. The person I took them from could be distraught. Their happiness shattered, their lives ended. So I consider maybe dropping them somewhere in the park. But what if I need them? What if the keys can one day open the door I want? What if the poems help me befriend a new partner? What if arachnids serve me as unlikely sustenance? There are too many ifs. But I'm also too afraid to find out the truth, so I let them stay with me, slowly becoming a part of me, helping me grow. I've grown so much. I had to lower my head when entering your room. These fingers won't stop, squirming and coiling around everything they feel. And I can only hope they merely take what they need. I would be saddened if my body grew too much, because I wouldn't get to enter rooms like yours anymore. Hey, have you ever attempted to help yourself grow by mercilessly taking away from someone else? Have you? These hands, are these my hands? Is that so? How do my hands, when my warmth finally meets yours, how will it feel? Answer me. They look incomplete. That may be so. Amidst my travels, I have lost more than I can imagine. I have left people behind. People who were my chat companions. Just like you are now. So it's no wonder that by leaving them behind, I will leave parts of me as well. Things such as skin, or flesh, or bones, or anything that makes me as farewell gifts, you could say. It sounds like an excuse, and that's because it is. Because I am careless and overly curious. I can't help but wonder how everything feels to the touch. Like the crust of a tree, or the surface of a frozen lake. But sometimes I find something else. Like a building engulfed in a raging fire. I think of the screams in the distance, or the suffering and death in charred skin, and wonder, how does that feel? So I put my hands to the fire. It hurts, but I tolerate it, and keep them there, for long enough that the uncomfortable feeling dissipates, and the smell of charred skin starts protruding from my own. And when I take them out, the feeling persists, that horrible but intoxicating feeling. I seek such extreme sensations. The edge of a knife sometimes provides it. Other times, the fangs of a beast. Most times, however, it's by mere accident. I would place my fingers over a benign surface, and I would leave my hands there as I traverse along it, leaving parts of my body as a farewell gift. In that sense, it's not so different from what I was saying before. The fire and the blades are friends. They have granted me times of great fun, so it's only polite to leave something of yours as a sign of thanks. But there's one thing I've always loathed from these encounters. They're always painful. I'd rather they weren't. Hey, have you ever placed yourself in harm's way, only to feel a satisfaction you've realized is not yours? Have you? These hands, are these my hands? A good answer. Yet, there is only one way to know the truth.